Your teacher today is Dr. Bosa Science. Dr. Bosa is a teacher at the Science Foundation College, the best school that teaches sciences. Today, we are going to study Geography 250/2 UACE, Development of Transport in the World, Part 2 of 2. Last time we looked at road and railway transport. Today we are going to look at inland water transport. Advantages of inland water transport: low cost of construction and maintenance compared to roads and rail. It provides much more flexible services than railway and can be adjusted to individual requirements. It can carry much larger quantities of heavy and bulk goods such as coal, timber, and so on. It has low risks of accidents and breakdown. Disadvantages: the speed of inland water transport is very slow, and therefore it is not suitable for perishable goods. It can only be used in areas that have canals, rivers, and lakes. Some rivers are seasonal, so they cannot be used throughout the year. It is unreliable because the river can change its course, which causes dislocation of normal routes of trade. It is unsuitable for small businesses. Inland water transport in selected countries. China has many inland navigable water courses by rivers and canals. The navigable rivers include the following. You can memorize their spellings. The inland water canals include the following. You can also have to memorize their spellings because they may have a problem with their pronunciation. USA has a well-developed inland water transport that includes St. Lawrence Seaway, which connects the Great Lake regions to the eastern seaboard of USA. The Missouri, Mississippi Inland Water System, which links the Midwest to the Gulf of Mexico. The River Sacramento system in the west. The rivers are supplemented by canals such as Welland Canal, the Marisolot Canal, the Saw Canal, and so on. The other place with well-developed inland water transport is Western Europe, and this consists of the Rhine waterway, which links countries, i.e. Switzerland, Germany, Belgium, and so on. Then the Rhone waterway, which connects the southern part of Europe to the Mediterranean Sea. It also has canals like Dartmouth, EMS Canal, and so on. Steps being taken to improve water transport in USA. 1. Widening or enlargement of the seaway to accommodate more traffic and collect more revenue from the vessels using the seaway. USA and Canada have deepened the existing shallow water. For example, at Sorot, St. Mary, to accommodate bigger ships and collect more revenues. Constant dredging is done to control siltation and encourage smooth utilization of the seaway. 4. There is construction of embankments and dams to control flood to encourage settlement along the seaway. 5. There have been blasting of rocks along the seaway to reduce accidents due to collision with rocks and enable use by bigger ships. There has been construction of canals, for example, State Barge Canal, Welland Canal, Shaw Canal, to avoid rapids, waterfalls, and to increase the size of hinterland so as to handle more traffic along the seaway. There have been construction of gates at Shaw Canal and others to control traffic and congestion. There has been development of modern port facilities at Kingston, Quebec, Montreal to handle traffic and merchandise. There has been introduction of ice break at the seaway during winter to remove the frozen snow and ice to make the seaway operation throughout the year. There have been strengthening of river courses and canals, for example at Greenville Canal, to minimize distance and cost along the seaway. There has been introduction of containerization to ease transportation, handling, loading, packing of merchandise to effectively utilize the available limited space. There has been construction of roads and railways to link the port and hinterland to reduce overdependence on the St. Lawrence Seaway. There has been development of industries along the seaway to handle imports and exports. For example, at Pittsburgh, Detroit, Chicago, and so on. There has been recruitment of many traffic wardens and police to control traffic and insecurity along the seaway. There has been construction of twin locks to create navigable or deep water level to allow big ships to use the seaway and increase the revenue collected from the vessels. There has been improvement in the lighting systems to improve on the visibility so as to encourage smooth flow of traffic and reduce accidents along the seaway. There has been mobilization of funds to maintain the seaway by constructing canals, dams, locks, to control water level, enlargement, dredging to deepen the canal for use by big ships. The government is supplementing water transport with road and railway transport. There is use of high-level technology, for example, containerization, forklifts for loading and unloading, and high-quality ships, effective planning and timetabling to enable easy movement of cargo. Reduction in river utilization traffic to promote inland water transport. Promotion of regional and international cooperation for better management of the shared inland water resources. Promotion of economic activity in the hinterland area to avail cargo and human for transportation. Weather forecasting and warning on typhoons, hurricanes to reduce accidents. Importance of inland water transport in USA. We have positive contribution. The inland waterways have opened up remote areas to trade and service industry. Inland water transport in USA promotes international trade by handling both exports such as wheat, timber, iron, and imports like oil from the Middle East. Inland water transport has led to development of towns such as Chicago. Inland water transport in USA promotes development of industries through facilitation of raw material importation and distribution of finished products to the market. Inland water transport in USA has promoted agriculture through improved transport of inputs to the farm and outputs to the market. Inland water transport has promoted settlement along the seaway. Inland water transport in USA promotes towards industry, which is a source of foreign exchange. Inland water transport in USA has strengthened international cooperation between USA and Canada and other countries who use the seaway to transport their commodities. Inland water transport in USA has led to acquisition of foreign exchange by taxing the imports and exports. Inland water transport in USA is a source of government revenue through taxation of the vehicles and the human labor that work on the seaway. Inland water transport in USA has led to technological development through research. Inland water transport in USA has stimulated exploitation of natural resources such as iron from Messebai ranges and timber from British Columbia and others. Inland water transport in USA has created employment to tax collectors, traffic wardens, ship off-right captains, police, and so on. Has facilitated development and provision of hydroelectricity. Inland water transport in USA has facilitated development of other forms of transport such as roads, railways that link up to other routes. The St. Lawrence Seaway forms a natural boundary between USA and Canada, provides domestic and industrial water. Negative contributions of inland water transport. There is congestion along the St. Lawrence Seaway, leading to delayed business. Pollution from oil spills, gaseous emission in urban centers like Detroit, Montreal, and so on. Inland water transport has led to growth of towns like Chicago and associated problems like gambling, prostitution, and so on. Inland water transport involves high costs of water treatment and maintenance, like drenching, removal of ice during winter, and so on. So many locks used to control the level of water to enable use by big ships along the seaway leads to delay and disruption of business. Construction of canals and dams, for example, Bahati Dam, has affected aquatic life. Limited visibility in spring cause accident which claims people's life and loss of property. Inland water transport has resulted into over-exploitation of resources, for example, British Columbia forests and iron ore from Mesabi ranges. The construction of inland waterways lead to displacement of people with minimum compensation. Inland water transport has caused regional imbalance in development because areas along the seaway develop faster than those ones away from the seaway. Importance of water transport in Europe. These are similar to those of USA. Thank you very much. Please like the video.